Okay, taking the roof vent out. Bit of a pain, but I'm doing it when it's like 110 degrees so that lap seal will come up easy. It does look like New Camp drilled 6 holes, so at least I have some holes to start with. I'd seen one guy in a forum, he just had his glued down, I guess, from the factory. But I'll show you what this looks like. So if you ever wondered what was between your walls and roof, you got a piece of foil, foam, and aluminum. There is an aluminum frame here, which is wide enough to look like we can put some screws in. But now I got to go through and clean up all this nasty lap seal, and I'll bring you back here in a minute. This is kind of a pain to do while filming, so I'll just come back and explain the steps on this and what I've heard through some of the people on the forums. Okay, now we're getting ready to put this trim ring in. The nice thing is I found that the factory actually drilled 3 holes on each side, which is cool, so I don't have to worry about that. I think I'm going to stick with what they did. I think less holes is better for leakage. But I'm just using one of these little footstools, and you can kind of pop up here and get in here just enough to get up here and clean. But I cleaned everything off. Used WD-40, like 10 microfiber rags. Got all the silicone and sealant off. As you can see, there's holes that they actually drilled in this really thin frame. But then I used some wax and grease remover, and this thing is spotless and getting ready for an inner bead of silicone. I'm going to use butyl and then lap seal. Okay, got my butyl tape on. I went with this route instead. And then I'm going to take just a small amount of silicone and put it on the inside edge of this, just in case. Maybe put some on the screws too. Better safe than sorry. Okay, trim ring's in. Now I just got to lap seal over it. Tape it off so it comes out nice. Fan assembly's in. I have everything lap sealed. I'll probably do one more coat on it tomorrow after this dries up a little bit. But now for the best part, other than plugging it in. Pulling this off, which I probably should have done before I put it up here. Okay, now to wire up this fan. And I heard there's a lot of issues with these boards getting damp. It looks like this may have been spray coated. It looks like they added some glue right here, something. I don't know. It's hard to tell on the backside, so they may have resolved that issue. We're going to find out in time. Also, there is an issue with high voltage, and this needs to run on 12 volt. It looks like there might be resistors in the lines now doing that job. We're going to find out. I am running a lithium battery at 14.4, so let's hook this thing up, see what happens. All right, we got power. I think I did that correctly. I just got to shove all this up in here and make my new trim cover to fit. All right, I got the inner decorative piece here marked with some tape at about 1.5 inches. We'll see if that works. Gonna use Dremel, cut it off. All right, rough cut. Let's go see if it fits. Okay, let's see how close we are to getting this to fit. Now you're gonna have to watch these wires, but if you finagle them right, there's just enough room to slide them back. And it looks like everything's gonna fit nice and flush. We got that measurement correct, which is about a smidge under 1.5 inches, I think. Now I'm gonna go clean it up with a file, and we gotta drill some holes here. So I have OCD, so I'm just going to come in here, file off the rough edge. That way I know it's nice and smooth. Now on to the next scary part. Drill 4 holes to put the trim ring on the roof. I got them marked out right there. There, I'm going to run them that way. Just a small pilot hole to start, and then we can go bigger. It's nice to have a lock on that up and down for once. Very nice. Fully reversible. I went with the manual one because honestly it's that far from the bed. I mean, the remote's pretty neat, but adding another level of complexity and issues I didn't think I needed. But this thing blows out some pretty good air. It's nice that I can actually use this to get some air flowing while it's closed. It'll be really awesome being able to vent and use the fan in the rain. I'm sorry I didn't go into extreme detail on that. You guys can watch that on any Maxxair fan install. But as far as the tab goes, it kind of gives you an idea what's up there and what you got to do. Of course, it's scary drilling into your roof, but you just got to go slow. Start with a small drill bit, you know, work up a size. Make sure you don't go bigger than the screw, because these you will have to screw in. The factory Dometic fan has screws that sandwich the fan outside, inside, in. So it's slightly different on setup. I hope it works out really good because this thing's going to be awesome, especially being able to turn this fan down to like almost nothing. Can't even hear it. That'll be nice to have on a cool night. Just enough airflow. You don't hear your fan running. It's not using that much power. The high speed works really well. I would say it works comparable to the craptastic fan as far as moving air. Of course, it's new, so it's quiet. We'll have to see how it does in the long run, but I think I can actually clean and rebuild this motor, where the Dometic, I'm pretty sure I couldn't. So if it starts squeaking, I may be able to solve that problem. The other really nice part about that fan is how nice it looks up there. Nice and sleek. Of course, my lap seal job was way better. It didn't look like a 2-year-old put it on. It was running down the trailer about 5 inches. One other nice thing about these fans are that the screen comes off really easy by just twisting these 4 tabs right here, and it pops off instead of feeling like you're gonna pry and crack the Dometic one off. Pretty nice design. Well, yeah, a little too hot to actually go in depth and put a camera up there today and get a lot of detail, but hopefully that helps somebody out. Maybe that way you get to see what's inside the roof of these things, you know. I'll update along the way and see how it does here. Hopefully I don't have any leaks, but I think we're good. I had to kind of jam this together on short notice. I'll be taking off here for a big trip, an actual vacation, in about 2 weeks, so I wanted to get this done. I figured it'd be nice to have that fan running on the long trip. At least get some venting in here. I hear you can vent with these slightly open going down the road. I don't know if that's true or not. We'll see what happens. Well, time to clean up this mess and get everything ready for the trip in a couple weeks. It should be pretty awesome. We'll see you then.